thugger. Drinks by the pint.
Action.
Hi. My name's Bree. Hi, my name's Bree. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing Brazilian wax.
Period.
No tampon.
Content right
For
here.
the fine content. You can't make a mess though. I'm giving Lucy a trim.
No.
Sideways way. Bang.
Okay.
Clickbait. Can I get it wet, Lucy, or no?
Yeah, that's good. But if you drench it, it like gets all straight and weird. Oh my god. I've never.
You can't brush it though because it's curly, you said?
Yeah, it'll get all poofy and whack, but it'll take like 20 hours to go.
Yeah.
Oh my, she has like, should we dye Lucy's hair?
Yes!
No.
Oh my god. Please.
Can we? Can we? Yeah. Why does she have
No.
Don't let Lucy make decisions when she's drunk on pizza.
When she's drunk on pizza.
Drunk on live. Darkness.
Nobody visco wait. No, you need to wear this.
Yes, I do.
How do you wear this? She buys clothes from Bill. I don't know if it's
That's not even your job.
I know.
Okay, take this. These are kids.
Ooh, she's getting that rat.
Okay. How does this feel?
Amazing. Takes me back to when the nurse checked me for lice.
Oh, that was the best feeling.
Oh yeah.
Let's just give her cornrows.
She does that all the time.
I don't know how.
You just tight braided.
Ooh, wanna contour?
I mean, get on the camera if you bad.
Hey,
He's so.
we have a YouTube video recording.
You need to chill.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's cut it. And
This is for split ends.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That cuts your hair for split ends. Can I use that on my whole head? Nice.
No, this doesn't do split ends. This thins your hair out.
Oh hell no.
What does college smell like?
Found it.
Fucking gets
Oh, it's
Found
so
it.
annoying.
Wait,
Yeah.
Flex
But
is
you
what?
have
College
Insta.
mail. Like,
Found
they'll
them.
get like a mail piece from like
From
Ball
Ball
State.
yeah,
Yeah,
like-
and then they'll be all like
Oh.
making moves.
At them.
And then it's the
I
ridiculous.
can call them out right here, right now.
Who should I call out?
Who should I call out?
My channel's rated PG. Hear it.
No tampon.
Okay, Ava, it's only funny when Bree says it.
It's off of TikTok, so shut up.
Okay.
Oh,
I can say what I
God.
want when I'm a TikTok.
Can I make
Like you want it
skinny?
just trim like the tiniest bit.
No, like an inch. What's that I want?
Have you seen Bree's hair?
Mine was lopsided for a hot second, but that's only because I did it and nobody helped me. I can't hold it that way.
I'll record.
Okay.
Okay, I did that.
I feel like all my videos have cutting hair in it.
Lord help Lucy. Oh, that's scary.
Hey, put me on the.
Really? Wow, Vanessa.
You just did it like that?
Oh.
She told me an inch, yo. You're scaring her. You're scaring her.
Shit.
She's going through a midlife crisis, but it's gonna be even worse.
I would never trust Bree.
No cap.
I don't want to talk about it.
We did not support your decision.
No. Like for fun or like actually trying it?
I have like 200 on mine. I used to make these.
Wait till Lucy's like calmed down and off this Pizza Hut and she like beats my ass.
Ooh. Sorry, I decided to try.
Hit her up or whatever.
At Joya Drent on Snapchat.
Everybody came in. Look at my face is all red.
Yeah.
Is it gonna go on your
Say hi to my YouTube
Yeah.
What up?
You have beautiful.
This is hella lopsided. I fix it though.
Lucy, I don't.
Why you so obsessed with me? I wanna know.
Oh, you.
Hey, I can fix it. Okay. Where's a brush?
She didn't tell me.
Your video taking it?
You need to brush it out before you
Okay,
cut
okay.
it.
Behind the scenes of a TikTok over there.
Oh my gosh.
Coach came in clutch.
Does your mom know that you're gonna get your hair cut
Yeah, I cut all the time.
by yourself?
Neighbors, sister, anyone I can get my hands on, pretty much.
Anybody that can get their hands on you. Let's shout Lucy out though, so like, go follow her on the gram or whatever.
Wait, come here, video.
Okay.
Okay, that was it. 2, 1.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, that's not from her finger.
Okay, I'm done.
Battle scar. Hey, yeah, Siri up or whatever. She cuts hair.
Oh, where is the paper?
Okay, but what if
My bad.
Mohawk.
I think that looks
That's
right.
last resort. Inverse mohawk.
Mullet.
No, it is not. It's a print.
Oh.
Close your legs.
They can't see it. Okay, so this is the end of the video. This is like the sloppiest video ever. I hope you enjoyed. What else do I say?
Like and subscribe.
Leave a comment down below.
Comment watermelon if you get to the end of the video, and we'll like your comment. If we get to 2K
We'll give shout
followers, she's giving a giveaway. Me, I'm kidding.
She's for free, guys. All you gotta do is subscribe and like the video. And comment.
Nobody's gonna want me.
Nobody subscribes or likes my video. Alright, we're gonna eat and then we're gonna get on the 4-wheeler.
Bye.
Bye.
Press the button.
Okay, like, how was you feeling, bro? Feeling like a fool, I feel fantastic. Which one would you be, though? Mr. Fantastic, cause the money like a less.
I'm in my bathing suit right now, so don't judge. Like, I just got back from the hospital and from like the place where I was at. I'm just gonna show everything that I got. Ignore my bed too, because like there's nothing on it because I'm cleaning my sheets. But this is the top part of my arm. That doesn't look bad, but like a lot of it's covered too, because like it was really bad, so she had to cover up my whole side. It's covered up, but I will enter a picture of what that looked like. My leg, some scratches on there. This one's pretty covered up too, so if I find pictures I'll enter them, or maybe if I get pictures after this I will enter what that looks like. But yeah, story time! The moment you've all been waiting for. If you watched the whole video, thanks. If you just skip fast forward to this part, thanks still. So I filmed the story time yesterday, but I didn't really like it because like it was rushed and I was like sitting on my bed and it was an awkward angle. Today is Sunday, August 11th. This happened Saturday, August 10th, yesterday. So I'm still pretty sore and messed up. The setting of this accident was at my coach's parents' house. They live in this big house in the country that like all the soccer girls got to go to. All the girls that made JV and varsity were invited to stay over at this house and have a lot of fun. They had a tennis court, basketball court, like a sauna, a pool, everything. We were all having a lot of fun. They have go-karts and 4-wheelers. And for the majority of the time that I was there, I was hanging out with my friend Miriam and Areli. Here's a picture of all of us. We were just goofing around a lot. Shout out to you guys. We were hanging out on Saturday, swimming and everything, and while we were waiting to get on the 4-wheelers, we were riding this go-kart, and this is like kind of it started on the go-kart. So we were driving around and Aurelia like was recording on her phone because like the coach was like, don't drive in the grass because like it's wet, so like you can drive on the driveway or like up and down the road. So we were driving up and down the road and Miriam was on the wheel and Aurelia was in the back and I was on like the passenger side of the go-kart. I'll enter clips of that. Miriam drives once and don't know how to act.
Let's go get some Taco Bell.
Let's go get some Taco Bell. Who's on the wheel?
Okay,
We outie. Then
Aurelie was like recording on her phone, and Miriam like braked the go-kart because we were waiting for a car to come out of the driveway so we can pull into the driveway. So when she braked the go-kart and then started again, Aurelie wasn't holding on right. So Aurelie fell off the go-kart and scraped her knees and everything. It was really funny to us, but like, because she was laughing too. Like, if she was upset about it, we wouldn't have laughed, but we were laughing with her. So she kind of got messed up there, and she got a video of it, so I'll enter that because that was really funny. And then once we got back off the go-karts, we went to wait for our turn on the four-wheeler. So we went on the four-wheeler once, and I drove it at first, and I went around a couple times, and then I let Miriam drive it. But Aurelie didn't drive it the first time. So when we got off that, we went on the go-karts again and did all that. We ate. And then the second time when we went on the four-wheeler, we were waiting for a long time because other girls went. And these other girls went like 4 times, and we had only gone once. They're like, all right, it's our turn. But like, and we're like, come on, you guys have went a couple of times, and like, it's almost time to leave. So like, can we go? But they were like, no. So we're like, all right, well, you just like go quick then, so we have enough time to go. And they didn't go quick at all. They took a really long time, actually. Like, they went a lot of rounds on it. So by the time it was Aurelie, mine, and Miriam's turn, we were like, you know what, they went a lot of rounds, so we're gonna go a lot of rounds. So I drove it at first, and I was going around the cornfields, and I'll enter some videos that Aurelie got.
Hurry up!
Of me driving it, so you can see like the setting. And we were driving in those cornfields, and then I got off and I let Miriam go, and Miriam went around a couple times, and I was sitting in the back, and that was crazy. Like, we were trying to go as fast as we can. Like, we went like, it goes like this, you know, so you hold the bar to like the wheel, and that's how fast you determine to go. So me and Miriam, we hit that a couple times. And then, like, the last round, we're like, all right, Aurelie, do you want to drive it? And she's like, sure. And Aurelie hasn't driven it at all. And she was, like, kind of, like, before we even let her drive, we're like, are you sure you can? She's like, I haven't drove it. Like, she didn't know how. So, like, we're like, okay, like, drive it, but, like, go slow or whatever. And she, like, hit the thing like me and Miriam did, going really fast. And, like, we were going down the cornfield part. And she was like slowed down, but she like almost went into the road. So like, that was kind of a warning sign at first, that she almost went in the road instead of like turning. And then when we turned, we went back down the other side of the cornfield, and she did it again. She went really fast, and we turned, and we almost like, the cornfield is like a square, right? So like on this side there was like barbed wire, and then it goes straight for a while, and then there's more barbed wire, and she almost crashed into this one at first, and I was like, careful, barbed wire. And she's like, okay. So, like, we turned and we went straight, and she was going pretty fast. And I, like, told her, I was like, all right, slow down now, slow down. And I thought she let go because I felt like we slowed down, or maybe she didn't. I don't remember. And we were turning, and I was like, we were going really close to the barbed wire. And I was like, Aurelie, slow down. We're, like, screaming. And then she didn't slow down in time. And we didn't know that there was brakes on it. Kind of, we should have asked about that before we got on it. But we didn't know there was brakes. So we didn't use the brakes, and when we turned, we like turned into the barbed wire, so like the front wheel hit the barbed wire like fence part, and then the rest of it like flipped on the side. So Aurelie was driving, I was in the middle, and Miriam was in the back, and the whole four-wheeler flipped over onto the barbed wire. So we got all like cut up, but I don't think the four-wheeler fell on any of us, or maybe it did, I just don't remember. And yeah, we got all scratched up. Ow. Sorry, I had to take my meds. Anyways, where was I? We flipped and we crashed into the barbed wire. We were all like on the ground. Like, when it happened, I closed my eyes and then I opened them, and I was on the ground already. and like I immediately started freaking out. So like I got up and like I turned like superhuman or something, and like ripped out of the barbed wire. Like I think I grabbed it with my hands. I'm pretty sure I grabbed it with my hands, but there's no cuts in my hands, so I don't really understand that. But like I got myself out of the barbed wire because I was all tangled up in it, and then I ran forward a couple feet, and then I fell to my knees, and I like screamed so loud because like I was so scared. Like it didn't hurt as bad, like it hurt, but like not to the point where it was like terrible. Like I started crying. I know I seem like gay for that, but like I got really scared, so that's why I was crying. And then all the girls started running towards us, and I looked back behind me, and Aurelia and Miriam are standing up, and I was like, where's my phone? And they grabbed it from me, and it wasn't cracked at all. My case is just scratched up a little bit, so that's good. And then I got my phone, and I called my mom right away, and I was like, you have to pick me up right now, like you have to pick me up. And she thought I got in a fight. Like she's like, what happened? And I was like, I just crashed a four-wheeler into barbed wire. And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah. And when she picked me up, she's like, I really thought you got in a fight. And I was like, why would I get in a fight? And then all the girls took me back to like the house, and like they hosed us down because we had a whole bunch of blood on us, and like I'll enter videos of all the blood on us too. And they like laid us down, and our parents came, and I got taken to the hospital, like the emergency room, and like I shouldn't have, honestly, but like when I got to the hospital in the emergency room, they saw me, and they took me back right away, even though there was people waiting, and they just checked out my scratches and everything, because I got them all over. Like I'm unwrapped myself, so like you can see my side one now better. I have like a whole bunch all over my back too, and my leg is unwrapped, but it doesn't look that bad, honestly. Like they said, my leg looked really bad, but I don't see it. Like this was a really deep cut, and then here my whole arm is like scratched up and everything. Like I'm super sore. But they cleaned me up, they put bandages all over me, and they gave me like some papers to go to the pharmacy and get medicine. It's like I have pills that I have to take now because it was barbed wire, so like I could get infected. I have to take 4 pills a day, and then I have like a painkiller medicine that I only take half of. Like each time I take it, I only take half because it does make you really sleepy. And yeah, Miriam cut her finger. She sent me pictures of like her finger, so I'll show you that. And she had to get 4 stitches on it, and she has a big bump on the back of her head because like the barbed wire cut her head, but it wasn't that deep. And it really has scratches on the back of her legs. I'll enter pictures of that too. But it was very dangerous, and the people at the hospital told me that I was very lucky, that it could have been way worse, and that they seen worse with barbed wire. So yeah, and I'm really sorry to everybody for doing that. Like it was an accident, I know, but like so sorry. And thanks for everybody that was wishing that I get better. It means a lot. I'm gonna be sore for a while, so yeah. I also want to say that our coach did warn us that there was barbed wire and to slow down, so we were warned of this, but it still happened, so it wasn't his fault at all. And I'll enter some videos of like all the stuff we did and how fun it was. Like,